Hello and welcome to Rushton Caravans. This is a Swift Sprite Icon 4. I'm going to show you around some of the features and benefits of this particular caravan and as a reminder of how to operate. At the front of the caravan we have our Alco stabilised hitch, which has stabilised pads inside, which means that the tow ball needs to be an extended neck version. We need to make sure there's no black paint on the tow ball or any rust, because that will then affect the use of the friction pads which grip around the ball. As we push this black handle down, when we engage on the car, that will engage the stabiliser, so there's no need for any grease and there's no need for the old-fashioned traditional bell bar or bulldog stabilised bar that you may have used in the past. Inside here is the gas cabin. We have space for 2 gas bottles, and this cabin is sealed so no gas can leak inside the cabin. There are holes in the floor, so any gas that does escape from the bottle will drop. We need to make sure that the bottles are strapped into place just like that for when travelling. As we come round, we've got our heating exhaust just there. We've got our fresh water which comes in just here. We've got our battery space, which needs to have the battery on at all times when using the caravan, and our mains hookup just here. As we come round even further, we've got our fridge vents, we've got our grey water exits, access under the bed. On the rear of the caravan, Swift fit these bars on, and you can purchase as an aftermarket accessory the cycle rack to fit in to these bars that are pre-fitted at the factory. We've then got our toilet, and our chemicals go like this. So the flush goes in the top, and the bottom is where your cassette is, and that's where the blue chemical or the green would go. With the flush, follow the instructions on the bottle and it feeds straight in there. With the cassette, unlock, open the door, pull this orange clip up here, and you can now slide out. You're actually on wheels with an extendable handle, so it makes it a lot easier. When you get to the emptying point, the orange tube here comes round, the grey cap comes off. When you are over the emptying point, you're going to press this orange button here, which will release the air pressure. Once it's all been cleaned off and you've brought it back to the caravan, twist this one round here, bring this one back, and the blue chemical goes directly into the cassette. Make sure you lock it back in position, and then make sure it's locked back in just there. At the front, we've got access under the bed, and you've also got an external barbecue point, which is just there, and an external mains point, which is just there. Stepping into the caravan, up above the main door is our mains control panel. Turn on, pressing this one here. We can see that we've got a battery connected, which is lit up here, and we can see we're connected to the mains. If we were connected to the car, this one would light up. You've then got your awning light, your freshwater pump, isolator, and then you've got your levels and your entry spec lights just here. On the right hand side is our heating control. To turn it on, hold this button here until you get to that panel just there. The icon that's flashing is the one that you are selected on, and if you press the middle button here, this is the temperature, and we can set it from off up to 30 degrees. Once you've chosen the temperature you want, you can then press the middle button. The next one is a water boost function, and you can either have it on economy, hot, or boost. Economy will warm up the water whilst the heating is warming up itself, and it will take 35 to 40 minutes. Hot will take slightly less and deliver you hot water quicker by taking some power away from the heating of the room. Boost will take power away from the room and get you hot water roughly within 20 to 25 minutes. The next one is the power source, and you can either use electric 1 kilowatt, electric 2, a mixture of 2 kilowatts and gas, a mixture of 1 kilowatt and gas, or gas on its own. For the time being, I'm just going to press electric 1. And the next one is the fan. So you can have it on economy, so it will warm up slowly but efficiently. You can put it on high, or you can put it on boost. For the time being, I'm just choosing economy. On this bottom row here, you can go into settings for when you want the system to turn on and off, and you can follow the instructions in the handbooks and manuals if you so wish to. The heating is then on a blown air system, which comes out on ducts like that, just dotted around the caravan. Underneath this bed here, at the front, is the mains of the actual caravan. We've got a system shutdown button there, so if we push that in, power will stop running through the caravan. We've then got our reverse polarity. If that one lights up, it means the battery is being connected in the wrong way. The charger, which will light up whether you're plugged into the mains or the car if you've got the right connections. And then you've got your heating and hot water isolator. That will need to be on for the electric when you want to use the electric system. If you use the electric above the door there, just up there, but this one isn't on, nothing will happen. You've then got fuses in here, and you've got trip switches just here. If you do plug onto site and you're struggling to get mains power in, press this little T button just here. If the power is coming into the van, this main breaker will trip out. If it doesn't, it means there's a problem with either the mains cable you're using or the plug that you're plugged into. You've got your motor mover control box just here. You've got your water pump. The water heater is just here, the space heater. And this yellow valve here, you lift it up to drain the water out the system when you're finished with the caravan or when you're winterizing it. The fridge is turned on by pressing this one here. We can then press mode and we can change between gas, mains, auto or the battery. And that's the battery on the car. If you've got the right connections. The temperature is chosen by using that one there. If there is a fault it's not detecting the power source that you're selecting, it will beep at you to alert you. You just need to follow the instructions in the handbooks and manuals to make sure you can get the fridge back on. Using the car battery, if you've got the right connections, it will only maintain the temperature. It will not cool it down, so you would need to cool it down on the mains or the gas before you go and then switch over. But obviously this assumes that you've got a 13-pin connector on the back of the car, because that is where you would be able to power this fridge from through the live. If you have that and you utilize this system, as soon as you switch the ignition off, the power will stop coming through to the van and will stop maintaining that temperature. So just be aware not to keep opening the door if you're in a service station, etc. Your microwave is fitted from the factory, and when we are traveling along, we always advise to take your microwave plate out of the microwave. With our hob, oven and grill, which is just here, we need to make sure this lid goes fully up before any gas will flow through. You've then got your grill, and you've got your oven, and you've got the serial number here for this particular oven unit. If you need any parts, they're the numbers that you'll need to be able to order them. There is a similar system in the fridge. Just at the back, just there, you can see the serial numbers for this particular fridge unit. So if you ever need any parts, that's where you find the numbers from. In this cupboard, there are the gas isolation valves, which are just here, and they are indicated what they are and how to turn them on and off by this sticker. In theory, you shouldn't need to touch them because the caravan is set to go. However, if you're talking to an engineer and they ask you to isolate the fridge on gas, you now know where they are. You've got storage underneath this bed, and you've got your blinds and fly screens on each window. When travelling, don't store anything in these upper lockers. We want to put the heaviest items over the axle, spreading the weight out evenly, and keep everything low to the ground. In the washroom here, the bowl is movable, so you can spin it round. You've then got a grey catch just underneath here. Bring it towards the main centre of the caravan to open. Use the toilet and then press that blue button there for the flush. When you've finished with the toilet, make sure the grey catch goes back into the middle, so that when this one lights up in the top left, that's when you need to empty. When it's time to empty, you'll be able to then slide the cassette out easily. You've also got your shower unit just here, and then your vanity unit just here. So that is the Sprite Icon 4, the essential bits. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask.